So I was supposed to talk about this yesterday. I just didn't get around to it. I just didn't get around to it. But I'm definitely here to have this conversation. And this is not something unheard of. It's not something new. I got to hear what some people said on other channels and chats. Shout out to D. Durrell. I know he's from a community. He has a community that they grandly support Umar Johnson in this FDG school. And in seeing this, it greatly drops the optics of this man named Umar Johnson. And I had to wonder, was it ever about helping black boys? I have to wonder, was it ever about helping black boys? And I would say to the latter, no. More so, buy my book, pay to come to my seminars, and having access to women and men that do not have the wherewithal to speak for themselves. And it it's very telling. This is very telling about Umar Johnson because this man asked to go see a woman named Sukihana. This is a woman. Hang on, let me close this. There we go. This woman, Sukihana, is a woman that is into selling her body. She doesn't have videos of her being spit on, peed on, all kind of defecations. Mind you, this is not by none of the white oppressors that he talks about. But Sukihana calls herself a bitch and all kind of shit. Has had videos of her twerking and doing all kind of egregious stuff to children, namely little boys. I didn't hear Umar Johnson say anything about that. I didn't hear Umar Johnson try to hold this type of woman accountable. So why now? If we ask it, why now? This man feels the need to go see a social media prostitute. You gonna teach her how to read, Umar? You gonna teach her how to wear her clothes, how to be an honorable woman? Mind you, Umar Johnson has made two children out of wedlock. That of none, he married any of the mothers. But this man is talking about how black men need to be held accountable. A man telling other black men that they need to be held accountable, but he's out there chasing prostitutes. And of course, we're gonna have the detractors that are going to take up for Umar Johnson. Of course, you're gonna have people they're gonna say, hey, you shouldn't talk about that. Umar, he's building a school. You doing the white man's work. So when do we hold this type of man or this woman accountable? I would like to know. What does having to do with him saying I would like to meet up with a woman that had talked about eating men's booty holes have to do with that of building black boys? This man takes more pictures with women than with black children, helping them get an education. Granted, the amount of time he talked about helping black children, he could have gone and got his degree as a teacher. He could have got an associate's. Who could have been? He could have been a. He could have got into learn how to do. I don't know, like pre-K, first grade, second grade. But he's talking about Pan Africanism, and I'm trying to figure out, like, well, you talking about Pan Africanism? What you could have gone over to Africa and go start you a school, man, just all over the goddamn place. But the talking point that was sold was that of the narrative that I'm here to save black boys. Honestly, we hear that so often. We hear that so often. What's going on, Big Time? We hear that so often. I see why a lot of black women do not believe black men when they say, hey, I care about the babies. No, you don't. You just want to get at my draws. And Umar Johnson is different. Go ahead. If y'all don't believe it, go ahead and look at his resume. It only took 2 to 4 years to go get that paper. Why did he go to school? Why is this man doing more videos of him on Instagram talking about I'm trying to build a school? You don't hardly see no work with him with any kids. I mean, even Mr. Rogers had some work with kids. LeVard, you couldn't get with no black men. No black men that were scholars and school teachers. You got to go find Suki Hana and give her a hug. Go sit down with her and find out how you can purify her body, make her turn her upside down. And see, this is why I'm so wary of the black church and these pro-black Negroes. The hustle was never about getting the children back together, especially black boys. It was never about getting black boys together. It was never about, hey, we could probably try to get these kids right. Not this old Negro. Umar about to be 50. He about to be 50. And he's still chasing young kitty cat. A lot of these so-called warriors to pro-black society, y'all gonna have to wake up to them, man. Y'all gotta start waking up. This is why you're starting to see a lot of these men never cared about the boys, man. Umar never cared about them boys. That was good. That was cute talk. I know what it's like to be a child in a single parent household. You know how many men used to tell my mama, oh yeah, I'll take your son to go get his hair, go do that. Man, listen, that man did not care about us. Everybody knows one of the easiest ways to get into the children, to get into the woman or getting in her bedroom is to pretend you give a shit about them kids. Oh yeah. Pretend you give a damn about them kids. Which he don't. He don't. And I ask anybody who got a problem with what I'm saying, you always welcome to come on up. Because I'm trying to figure out how is talking to Sukiana benefiting black people? How is talking to her, Umar? You ain't sitting down talking to no black boys. You're not reading no books to them. The hustle and the gimmick was the kids, but it was never about helping build those kids. That was the hustle. That was the gimmick. I know plenty of men, myself included, that have said things to women. We never intended to go help those women. We never intended to get them out of their situation. That's why I said you got. That's why I said Umar talking to Sukiana, and he just said he was in a polygamous relationship with two women already. So the question would be, Umar, where's your wives at? Where's your wives to sit down with Sukiana? Why you need to talk to her? All right, you didn't get a legal marriage, so technically your women have no heirs to you. See, there goes that pro-black talking Negro shit. Getting married in the backyard. So all that money you got, you couldn't even take them to a doggone church. Couldn't even get them in a goddamn mosque. No. Pretty much it's that bay love, that nigga love. That says a lot, ladies. That says a lot. I want you to understand that. Omar ain't no more than just a nigga with an education. He gotta marry her. He gotta marry a girl in the backyard. You ain't even good enough to take to the goddamn courthouse. You know what I'm saying? You know when they say, well, we don't gotta get married by the state. You know what I'm saying? That's that keep that white man out of our business. When they start talking like that, you know they ain't really fucking with you. That's no different than they don't really claim you. They can't walk with you in public. Umar fucking all these goddamn women. And yeah, and I said what I said. Yeah, he's fucking them. How he made two daughters and spends more time talking to women in the world, but you don't see Umar got no work with his kids. No work with any of the young black boys in his city, in Philly. I'm addressing the people talking about Gilly the Kid. Nigga, why don't you go address what your daughters done said about you? Go address that. It be the same niggas trying to go out there to go fix black women, but can't even fix their own household. Same men complaining about the women and the men, but then we ask them, well, tell me, show us your household, show us your works. That ain't so much better. TD Jakes, Kevin, Umar. A lot of these men are full of shit. Say one thing and move so totally different. You can't listen, bro. You can't. I rather somebody just tell you straight up, hey, bro, I ain't shit. I ain't gonna even try to lie to y'all, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I know I ain't shit. If y'all don't think these college niggas ain't out here full of shit too, impregnating these women, selling them false dreams, they do it too. Oh yeah. I be trying to tell y'all, listen, bro, degree or not, a man is still a man. Degree or not. You know how many boys done made promises? Yeah, I'm gonna get us out of the situation. Omar done promised. No different than a Dion saying, I'm gonna get y'all out of that situation. Y'all need to stop believing that shit, man. You don't think you think he putting Sukiana under a wrap? How he gonna control Sukiana and Sukiana love the streets? A lot of them guys like Umar, they like them young ratchet women. They do. So I don't get why was anybody surprised that a black man chose chose a prostitute over actually helping black boys. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. Seeing a black man, but I was a black boy. And I watched men choose the streets, prostitutes, and all kind of bullshit over being men. But then hold their head up and say, hey, we gotta save the community. Black lives matter. What about black boys? They saw them damn goofy ass lines. It's speaking nigga affirmations and shit. Then when you call them on their shit, they feel some type of way. They feel mad. This is why a lot of them, they don't like it when I talk about this shit, bro. Umar rather go spend time with a prostitute, Sukiana, than actually spend time talking to youth that can actually have a chance to get their life together. Why are you trying to convert a woman that done made her back, that done made her bones, dropping her drawers for random men? What you trying to talk to her about? See, I never understood that about a lot of these men want to sit down and convert women that their natural profession is to sell their ass. She's doing her job. You so hooked on, you didn't wipe up the two women that you impregnated. This is the pro-black. The man who wants to say we gotta hold black men accountable, but he's going around percolating babies all over. Two daughters, but want to hold the men accountable. He married two more women. That wasn't enough. Always seen on Instagram and social media with other women. You ain't seen not one picture with black boys with him. Why would he? Why would he? But see, Umar, you feel some type of way if a white man was raising them black boys. You'll feel some type of way if a black woman said, I'd rather go be with the white man and, shit, take my chances out there. Church can't trust you black men like Umar. You Negroes that say all that bullshit. But see, that's your calling. And I don't give a shit how any of y'all people feel. But he set up the precedents. He set up the narrative. He could have been done, got at this, and called this shit out. Y'all are too afraid. This is why I tell y'all, man, a lot of these men do not mean to save your children. A lot of these men do not mean to save your children. Umar is no different than any of them. And I wouldn't give a fuck if you hear my video. I would say, then prove to me how is talking to Sukiana helping black boys? You need to tell me or anybody else how is talking to that woman helping black children? What does Sukiana have to do with black boys? What does her talking about sucking dick got to do with a black boy? I need to know, Umar. What are you trying to save with her? You could tell that she was already trying to figure out this nigga. Look at her. We honestly didn't know what the fuck Sukiana was wearing. I mean, shit. But you know these old sugar daddy niggas, they always be trying to convert a hoe into a sugar baby or a possible wife. These old niggas always be trying to do that shit, man. Every goddamn year, man. It's like a revelation scripture. How can I save her for herself? Nah, that nigga was out of pocket. All these dudes like them, man, they don't give a fuck about your children, man. Everybody knows. Say, I care about black boys. I care about black girls. No, they don't. No, they don't, bro. I'm trying to tell you right now. They don't. They don't. It doesn't take much. You got to wear the drag queens rather read to your kids. You don't see no videos of Umar reading to them. What literature is Umar trying to read to these kids? Come on, y'all. Y'all know black boys reading black boys articulate scores are low. So it's not like he's teaching them how to read. Is he doing Umar says? Is he sitting down with Umar Life and sitting down with these black boys who have anger and mental problems of learning how to deal with their emotions? Is Umar sitting down with these boys, talking to them, teaching them how to control their emotions, how to behave in school? Umar, you doing that? Why are you so prefix? You worry more about the goddamn Little Mermaid. What the fuck does the Little Mermaid got to do with a little black boy? This man more worried about social media, but you ain't see him talk about bringing up some black boy test scores. Damn. He called the police on Q Butter. I heard something about Umar. Q Butter pulled up on him at a thing and got at him or called him out. I don't know full details, but I heard something about Q Butter doing that. I can't get too much. I can't throw too much salt at Q Butter, but at least Q Butter got something. I can't say nothing to a man who actually has something for black boys to go to get education. Lord knows these kids need it. Have y'all seen these boys at goddamn Walmart checkout lines? They ain't good at. They're not very good at math. They're not. I mean, I ain't trying to prefixally judge them, but they're just not. They're not. You would think somebody who deals with mental health, he would be sitting down with a lot of these black boys and talking to them, teaching them how to control their emotions, how to have a better relationship with their family. Umar, why aren't you doing that, bro? What you need to talk to a woman that literally brags about giving head and that she dropped out of school in the 4th grade or some shit. Tell me how does that work, bro? Umar don't have no other women in his circle that can talk to Sukiana. And see, that's a big problem that we're seeing happening. Because you have it where the men that are supposed to be fixing the other men are more concerned with dealing with the women rather than actually dealing with the men in their environment. You know why? Because they know that those other men will call that bullshit. Same way you got women trying to get online or get on these damn sites and shit and trying to train men on how to be men. You heard that right? But they ain't talking to no other women. Yeah, I mean, that would be possible if he was about to say, hey, I'm here to just do the school. And whenever y'all talk to me, let's talk about the school. Let's talk about the school. This man talking about battling fresh and fit, doing this, doing that. Nigga, why do you have this much free time to be doing all this? So you just now said you don't have time to be getting caught up in the white man shit. But yet here you are, you know different than gossip, Atlanta's most messiest and shit. Try to tell y'all. I try to tell y'all, man, Umar, it was never about fixing black boys with this man. It was never about it, man. A lot of these men that be running around, oh yeah, I'm here to fix black boys, but then they right around the corner fucking your mama. Oh yeah, I'm here to save the people, but right now the only thing that they saving is that damn girl from goddamn dealing with other men. Better for you to fuck with me, baby. Don't fuck with that man. Umar, you ain't try you. How you gonna help Sukiana? What you helping her with? Help her with what? Heal her from what? What are you healing her from? When the last time you actually practiced in your profession, man? Now you bragging off your client base of who you dealing with? You can't help Sukiana. How you gonna help her? She just said she came from a long line of hoes that have been out there sucking dick and riding. Listen, you know what's so crazy about that? Why isn't Umar's wives talking to Sukiana? That's his wife's job. But we understand why. We understand why. Like I said, it's always been a hustle. This man doesn't talk about getting married. You can't even fix your own daughters. How you fixing Sukiana? You can't even fix your own daughters. That's the wild thing about it, where you got these type of men talking about what they want or how they want the community to be ushered in. But when you actually hold their feet to the fire and say, show me what you doing, it don't match up. Don't match up. I would have respected more if an older woman was talking to Sukihana. But Sukihana is not trying to get out of that. Listen, man. Listen, you're not playing games with me. This man talking about fixing girls, or it's always the black man's fault. Is the reason why we didn't do it. Okay, Umar. So you saying it's all our fault? So it's your fault why them black boys who believe in you are fucked up. If anything you done taught is that black men like you are always and will be full of shit. If anything that you taught the community is that don't trust a black man saying he's here to fix black boys. Uh-oh. 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 Umar, you taught that lesson pretty well. They gave you money. They put their hopes and dreams in you. What happened? Come on, man. There has to be a reason. Because you said you was teaching. But see, I learned one thing. When Uncle Pee Wee gets that liquor in his system, and he take off one of his shoes, and he out there in that corner hollering and screaming. You know, my mama and my grandma was saying, lock the door. But Uncle Pee Wee locked the door. Right now, he going through. He got them demons in him. When he get that lick in his system, he out there drunk and high. Lock the door. Leave his ass out there. You got to leave his ass out there. See, after a while, y'all start to see. This is why y'all are seeing why the black community is more and more and more losing trust in black men. I said it. This is why the black community is losing more and more and more trust in black men. They would rather take their chances out there and die with the wolves and the sharks than trust you Negroes. This is why blacks, let's be honest, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you a real secret. Black people don't trust black people. If we had to take our chances, we take our chances out there with goddamn wolves, lions, tigers, and bears and shit. Hell, we even take our chance with the white man that y'all bitch and complain about. Huh? We'll take our chances out there. And I know y'all gonna try that Malcolm speech. But then you're gonna say, well, what's going on right now? What's going on right now? I done told you, man. Umar, he needs somebody to go talk to him. I know somebody said it was in a chat. They said, well, I don't see a problem with what he's doing because, no, there is a problem because it's called optics. See, somebody who is supposed to be running something that's supposed to be beneficial to their society, they're not going to chance a picture with Jada Fire or Jasmine Sullivan or some porn star. They're not going to jeopardize that. No, hell no. I'll tell you, man. A lot of these black men, a lot of y'all black men should have shut down Umar. Y'all should have shut down his voice. But I understand the Negro don't have that type of power. He don't. Can't make this up, man. Be prepared, man. They don't want none of Malcolm. I posted what he said to the Democrats. Black men and some black women came at me. I'm going to say this, man. I'm not going to say that there aren't black people who don't care. But it's far more exceeding for those who don't have to care. I've known too many men, but I was trained and raised like that. Get you a single mother. Go date her too. Everybody knows the vulnerability of a woman with children. So I know y'all want to sound like a bad guy, but we can be honest that because I know what it was like. I know what it was like. My mom had 4 children. 4 children. If you included my nieces and my cousins and my that also came down there. See what I'm saying? My mom had 4 children. And I know somebody gonna say, "Well, she should have chose better. She had all her children with the men that she was married with. Didn't work out." And they never really tried to fuck with us. I remember their names: Willie, Bernard, Peter, um, Dimitri. The most they did, buy me some Chinese food. I knew a lot of black men that were so called for the community. Yeah, for the access to get ass. Women. Women flock to things of power. Y'all, that man should not be allowed to fuck with people anymore. I mean, even if he does put a little Warcraft amulet, no. It worked out, bro, because you turned over. I had men. No, it wasn't perfect, Iori, but I had men that were taking stones that light up at night from the moon and throwing them down so that way I could follow it. And it wasn't easy, but I understood that, hey, they gave me the nudges in the right place. And we're not telling y'all to go play daddy for a woman with kids. We're not banking that on you. We're not putting that type of narrative hate on you. I'm gonna do a conversation about that. I'm gonna do a conversation about that, about pretty much having or being able to make certain demands, even though your body may look a certain type of way, still going out there and having something for your life. It's okay. But when you have the gatekeepers like Umar, why are black people so happy about the little mermaid? Why are black people doing this? My brother, why are you talking to a white bunny? Like, I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, it's not like you haven't done any taboos yourself. You just ain't been called out. I get frustrated. I do. Because I know that there are going to be more men. What happened to that dude, King Osiris? No, no, King Osiris, King Pharaoh. I want y'all to think about every. Do y'all notice that every pro-black social media person has access to women? Can y'all think of that? Why do most pro-black social media um, gaslighters have an abundance access to women? Pay attention. Pay attention to that. You're supposed to be healing the community, not fucking the community. You're supposed to be helping the community out of a situation, not making more babies or just hopscotching from house to house. You know how many goddamn men of God, whether it be Muslim, Hebrew Israelite, Christian, whatever herbalist or spiritual person that they say they are, It is what it is. Umar ain't trying to save no damn kids, man. Umar don't give a fuck about your kids. And Umar, you would have seen the video, I wouldn't give a flying fuck. But then I'll still ask you, bro, how is all the shit you've been doing with getting two women, jumping up in Tariq Nasheed's face? Huh? You supposed to be a scholar. You saying I don't give a fuck. I'll fight a pimp. Oh, but you from Philly? You got all this stuff to say about what it means to be black. How about you talk about all the fucked up shit you done taking advantage of black people? Try to tell y'all, man. You think Sukiyana give a shit? I'm having so much nostalgia of men in the community that have taken advantage of so much of our shit. There was nothing left for any of us. The Little League football coaches, men that worked at the barber shop, men that told your sister or your mama or your grandma or whatever woman, I can fix your car or cut your grass. It's okay. I don't want your money, but I want something different. Think I don't know about that shit, bro? Oh, you right about the HC. What's going on, homie? Suki already said that she trying to get with a man that got bread and access. This is no secret of people who done fucked up their lives and have a religious prolific turnaround. I'll see y'all boys.